All right, guys, it's time for us to get laser focused on this business, on the things that truly do move it forward. I know that as a coach, it can be extremely overwhelming at times, especially when you're first getting started and you don't know where to start, so much to where you can feel completely paralyzed. But there are some basic things that if we focus on those things every single day, you are going to create some incredible momentum for your business that is going to get it moving forward so much to where eventually you're just going to have this explosion in a good way. So, what are the things we need to focus on? The first is personal development. Here's the thing, you're never going to grow your income or your life or your business past your own personal development. As coaches, we have to continually be working on ourselves and growing our mindset and our skill sets in order to be able to help other people, which is what we are doing as coaches. Our job as a coach is to add value to other people's lives and grow those relationships, but we can't do that until we are willing to work on ourselves as well. There's many ways that we can do personal development. One is reading. So many of you have already started reading right now with the book that you've ordered for this group. The other ways is digging into the National Coach Call. I have not missed a National Coach Call in the 3 years that I have been coaching. It is an incredible way to first understand what's going on in the company, but also be able to hear some of the stories of some of the other coaches out there. It has been a huge part of growing my belief and my vision as a coach. And there's always some great takeaways that you can take to bring back to your team or to bring back to your own challenge groups that you are running. Those are recorded, so if you can't listen to them live, listen to the recording. I always download the podcast and I listen to them while I'm driving or while I'm getting dressed in the morning. Also, our team calls, those are on Tuesdays right now, and those are awesome to plug into. We have some incredible leaders on this team, so being able to hear from some of the other coaches on this team and things that they're doing to help them be successful. Plus, just digging in with one another as a team and coming together and growing those relationships is so important. It helps to get your mindset right. You're going to have naysayers. You're going to have people tell you no, and there's going to be rough days. But when we have our mindset and we've done our personal development and our mind and our heart is in the right place, then when those things come at you, because I guarantee you they will, you're going to know how to fight through that. All right, so the next thing is being a product of the product. This is so important because it's growing your story. And as coaches, we become great storytellers, sharing your own fitness journey and your successes and your struggles through those you come in contact with and through social media is incredibly powerful. And it's growing your own belief in what you're doing, and it's growing others' belief in what you are doing as well. Okay, so everything else we're going to be doing is going to be tracked on something called the Dynamic Duo Tracker, to where if you only had 30 minutes a day to focus on this business, if you were to do the things on there, your business would grow and move forward. So here's what's on there. The first thing is finding 2 new people a day to add to your list. 2 new friendships, 2 people that you can grow a relationship with and add value to. And I know some of you may feel like, well, I just don't get out very much during the day. How am I supposed to meet 2 new people a day to add to my list? Well, think about it. You may go to the park or the doctor's office, going to your kids' schools, wherever. There's always opportunities to be talking to people and growing new relationships and friendships. Also through social media, getting into some Facebook groups that have similar interests as you. Maybe it's some moms' Facebook groups or running Facebook groups. I'm in a group for Yorkies. Whatever it is that interests you, find some groups through Facebook and start just talking to people and grow some relationships there. The next is reaching out to 2 people a day on your list and growing that relationship. 2 new people every single day. Just seeing what's going on in their life, letting them know that you're thinking about them, asking them something about what you see going on their page, just taking a genuine interest and seeing how they are doing, and doing it in a way that's genuine and showing that your heart is in the right place when you're messaging them. This is all about growing relationships and new friendships. That's the way I think about it. The next is sending 2 invites every day. So if you're doing the first 2 things, continually adding to your list and continually growing relationships off your list, then the invite part's just going to start happening naturally for you. Ultimately, you want to be averaging out about 10 invites a week. So I say 2 a day, but let's say one day, it just doesn't feel right. You don't feel the relationship is ready, so you send 4 the next day or later in the week. As long as at the end of the week you are averaging about 10 a week, you're on the right track. So I don't want you to feel like you're forcing these invites out and it's not natural or genuine. And remember that you are planting seeds. So just if they tell you no the first time or they're not ready, don't think it's you. It has nothing to do with you. It really is that sometimes people just are not ready and it's not the right time for them. So don't take it personally. Next is following up with 2 people a day, following up on the friendship, following up on people that you're building a relationship with. Or if you've sent an invite and you haven't heard back yet, being sure to check back in with them. Sometimes following up can seem scary, but honestly, think about it this way. Maybe people are in Target. How many times have you been at the store and you see a message pop up on your phone, but you can't message back at that very time? Or maybe you're in the middle of cooking dinner or something and you get busy and you forget. That is what happens to most of the people that we end up messaging that don't respond right away. So don't be afraid to follow up with them. And honestly, it's the professional thing to do is just checking back in with them and continuing to grow that relationship and adding value to them. And, it clears the air, honestly. That way, if you invited them and you never followed up again or checked back in with the person, then it's kind of awkward and it's not really genuine in that way. The final thing is inviting 2 people a week to join your team. 2 people, that's it. That's not that much. Just asking them a simple question. Have you ever considered doing what I'm doing? It is an amazing opportunity that we have here as coaches. Why wouldn't you want to share this awesome thing that we have going? You know, we cannot grow our team and we cannot grow our outreach to help other people until we just get out there and ask. All they can do is say is no right now. And at least the seed is planted. And we have some amazing tools on this team that you can share with those that you're inviting. Maybe you can send them a webinar that we have that's recorded, or invite them to do coaching at a glance so that all the questions aren't on you, that you can use those tools to help take some of that pressure off. However you do it, but you have to be doing it and you have to be consistent about it. This tracker is going to help you keep track of what you're doing. It's so important that you're writing it down and tracking it in some way. So we're not just checking off things on this list, you're actually writing their name down. And then as you're building those relationships and you're talking to these new friendships that you're building, you can add them onto your bigger list. And as you're adding these people to your list and continuing to grow the relationship, you're keeping notes on them. Notes on, are they starting a new job? Are they having a baby? Do they have a move coming up? People don't care what you know until they know that you actually care. And that's what this is all about, you guys. So, 2 new finds a day, 2 new relationships that you're building every day, 2 follow-ups, 2 invites, and 2 coach invites a week. That's all you have to do. And I'm telling you, if you do these things and you do them consistently and you do them every day and every week, you are not going to fail and you're going to grow an incredible outreach where you're going to be able to help so many people. All right, you guys, let's do this. Dig in.